More at 8sleep.com.
All right, so this is interesting to me here on Get Up. 2 XFL rules innovations have caught the eyes of members of the NFL's competition committee. The first is that kickoff, the alignment that they're using, and then the second is the no-kick 3-tiered set of options for point after touchdown attempts, extra points, if you will. Committee members seem very interested in wondering how they'd look in the NFL. This is the kickoff rules here. If you haven't watched it, you see sort of the way that it works. Neither the kicking team nor the returning team can move or 3 seconds after the ball has been landed on the field. It's an interesting one. If you've watched any of the XFL, that's one of the first things that you notice because it's so evident to your eye. And it's something that I know, like Tori, is something that sticks in your craw. You don't like it because the kickoff has been such an important part of the game. So you don't like the XFL kickoff.
Yeah, I don't like the kickoff simply because some of the most exciting plays that I remember as a fan of the game have been on kickoff returns. And beyond that, it's a lot of guys that people may not know their names, but they're the heart and soul of the teams. The guys who run down on special teams, the guys who've earned that right just from grinding from the bottom. So those guys will lose out on jobs if that was the case.
Greeny, let me tell you why Tori he likes the kickoffs as they are. He was a return man, Greeny. Guys like me, Greeny, are taking on 300-pounders sprinting down the field. You have to make these kinds of rule changes if you want to keep the game safer. And mind you, in light of the NFL adding the 17th game, or trying to add the 17th game, these are the rule changes and the nuances are going to need.
I would go so far as to say that my sense has been that the kickoff was going to be legislated out of the sport entirely at some point. This might actually save it, so at least there is something there. Jeremy, I want to ask about the other one, though, because that one is actually more interesting to me. For those of you who don't know the way the extra points work in the XFL, you get 1 point if you score from the 2-yard line after a touchdown. Touchdown is 6 points. Then you get the ball on the 2, that's worth 1 point. You can put it on the 5, that's worth 2 points. You can put it on the 10, that's worth 3 points. You can get 9 points on one possession. Is there any conceivable chance the NFL considers that?
Yes, there's some serious buzz about this. I spoke with XFL Commissioner Oliver Luck recently. He told me that some general managers in the NFL that he knows well have been calling him, asking him, what's the deal with this rule? How did you even come up with this? What are the benefits? So they're looking into this, and the league is slow to adapt. We know that. So I don't think they're going to take this in 2021. But they're looking at it hard. And, coaches and having to do the math on a 3-point play late in the game would be fascinating television.
What do you guys think?
This I don't like. And I don't like this because intrinsically I don't want to make the game of football gimmicky. The reason we all appreciate the game, and Greeny, you and I have had discussions about this on and off air, is that it's just very consistent. It's a consistent product you can depend on, which is a high-class, high-quality product. If it's not making the game inherently safer, I don't need it.
Well, I'm intrigued by it because on Madden, I'm the guy that goes for 2 every time. So this gives you more options. You can take some risk. Yeah, exactly. And one of the things that sticks out of my mind, like, hey, you can miss 3 extra points, right? Mm-hmm. You go out there, you're aggressive, you go for the 3-pointer. It's like making 3 extra points in our traditional way. So it's interesting.
The other advantage that it poses potentially is that in a league now where the onside kick is almost impossible to recover because of some safety rules, you give a team a chance to come back. You don't want a game to be over if it's a one-possession game. If 9 points is still a one-possession game, a lot of times it'll still be competitive.
The other thing, as you're talking, I'm thinking of, it does make the rich get richer. Think about the Chiefs versus the Titans. A team like the Chiefs, they can go for it from 5 or 10. That's just like a long 2 for them. A team like the Titans, from 10 away, it's an issue.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things to consider with that. A lot of innovations, and those exist in the world of basketball as well. Laura, let's go there.
They do. And let's get back to Sneaky Himbo time with Sean Farnham. He's been called out specifically here, which is the only team to win an NBA title with 2 guards averaging 25 points. Of course, James Harden and Russell Westbrook doing that right now. Farnham, what's the only other team? What's the answer?
All right, so I've kind of been gone back and forth
Yes, he
between
has.
the 75 Warriors because I'm thinking Rick Barry. But at the end of the day, I go Jerry West, Gail Goodrich, and the Los Angeles Lakers.
You got it right. Dang it. Okay, he had talked himself in and out of this all through the break. I'm sorry, Himbo. That's him flexing on Himbo. That's enough of that. Let's get to the highlight because I can't watch that anymore. Okay, Rockets and the Knicks are playing in this one. And James Harden and Russell Westbrook were at the Kobe Bryant Memorial, arrived in Houston over an hour before tip. First quarter, Sean Farnham, Rockets up by 4. Harden standing still for what seems like an eternity.
Yeah, but that was like the knockdown the other night between Fury and Wilder, like the first one. It's like boom on his back, he's down. Teddy Atlas would be like, "Come on, you got to get back up and respond." Harden able to dial up. If you can give him that much space, he's going to be able to make it.
Perk, later in the first, Harden hitting Jeff Green. A nice no-look pass there.
Yeah, what I love about this play is, look, he's got the look off, back cut, into space, and that's what small ball can bring. It spaces the floor wide enough to allow lanes if you're active and you're moving.
It's so much fun to watch what he's able to do with these no-look passes. That's, of course, the sidestep three. Harden had 31 points in the first half on 75% shooting, 4 or 5 from 3. Third quarter's where we picked this one up. Rockets up by 10, and Harden behind the back there.
Yeah, I'm not giving him credit for that. I mean, that was a nice pass, but I mean, the defense was kind of lackadaisical, giving a little bit too much space. Harden was sensational. Did not score, by the way, in the fourth quarter. Had 37 through 3. Did not score in the fourth. Didn't matter because they were playing the Knicks.
Yeah, Harden finished with 37 points and 9 assists. The Rockets win that one. Hey, the Rockets have fully committed to this micro ball philosophy, and so far results have been very positive. Since January 31st, players 6'7" or shorter have accounted for 97% of their total points. They've gone 8-2 over this stretch. Perk here as well. And a lot of people wondered if this small ball situation could actually work out. What do you think about it, especially how it could work in the playoffs, how they can sustain this?
Well, first of all, I think for it to work, the focal point needs to shift even more so from James Harden to Russell Westbrook, because he is thriving in this open floor. In years past, he drives and just looks right away. Now he can play with a little pace and tempo. Pulls it back out. You got shooters around. How many players are on that side of the court that can stop him? One. You're going one-on-one with Russell Westbrook. Advantage Westbrook. In fact, since they've gone to the small ball, his average shot distance is under 10 feet. His efficiency, 55% from the field. You bunch everybody up. You've got to guard Harden on this down screen from P.J. Tucker. That brings everybody together. Again, shooters on the weak side. That means nobody there as what Russell Westbrook turns that corner and sees that open lane. And in fact, his drive frequency is the highest in the NBA since they've gone to the small ball. Let's remember, Perk, they are 5-2 in the small ball. Could easily been 6-1 if Bogdanovich's shot doesn't go in. That was actually defensively very well covered for the Rockets.
Absolutely.
And Perk, you weren't initially a believer in this small ball thing, but now you're kind of starting to buy in a little bit more.
Well, yes, because they took away the center, and I think this is they did this because of Russell Westbrook. But who wants this smoke? I'm talking about you got 2 former MVPs in their prime. You got Russell Westbrook, who's leading the league in 2020 in points in the paint, averaging 20 points a game. Look, he can't be stopped. This guy's a straight-up killer. I'm changing his name to Russell Westbrook O'Neal because he's doing Shaq things right now. So you have 2 guys that are former MVPs in their prime. Who's going to stop him? The floor is space. A great job by Daryl Morey to make the adjustment with the Rockets.
And we mentioned their success in the 5 wins that they've had. Let's not forget that includes the Lakers, that includes the Celtics, and that includes the Utah Jazz.
And let's not forget that their defensive rating in every category has went up. And by the way, Covington has done a great job. He has, over his last 4 games, I think he has like 15 block shots.
It's interesting because they didn't actually ask Westbrook to take less threes, but he bought in once he realized that this thing starts to work.
You don't have to take threes when you see all that open space in front of you and there's nobody in front of you, and you know you can get to the rim as well as anybody.
It's worked out really well for him and the Rockets. Of course, the entire NBA world and the world in general still mourning the loss of Kobe. Greeny.
Yeah, and yesterday was a remarkable day. The memorial service held at a sold-out Staples Center to honor Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gigi, along with the 7 other victims of last month's fatal helicopter crash. Kobe's widow and Gigi's mother, Vanessa Bryant, gave an emotional eulogy for her late husband and daughter.
Kobe was the MVP of Girl Dads, or MVD. He never left the toilet seat up. He always told the girls how beautiful and smart they are. He taught them how to be brave and how to keep pushing forward when things get tough. God knew they couldn't be on this earth without each other. He had to bring them home to heaven together. Babe, you take care of our Gigi. And I got Nani, Bibi, and Coco. We're still the best team. We love and miss you, Boo Boo and Gigi. May you both rest in peace and have fun in heaven until we meet again one day. We love you both and miss you forever and always. Mommy.
Her speech was extraordinary. That's Michael Jordan helping her off the stage after her speech. He was one of many NBA legends on hand, along with dozens of current NBA and WNBA stars and Laker legends and other celebrities. Jordan and Shaq both also spoke, sharing their personal reflections and stories about Kobe Bryant.
When Kobe Bryant died, a piece of me died. And as I look in this arena and across the globe, a piece of you died, or else you wouldn't be here. He wanted to be the best basketball player that he could be. And as I got to know him, I wanted to be the best big brother that I could be. Now he's got me. I'll have to look at another crime meme for the next.
The day Kobe gained my respect was the guys were complaining. Said, Shaq, Kobe's not passing the ball. I said, I'll talk to him. I said, Kobe, there's no I in team. And Kobe said, I know, but there's an in me in that. So I went back and told Rick and Big Shot Bob, I said, just get the rebound. He's not passing. But for now, I take comfort in the fact as we speak, Kobe and Gigi are holding hands, walking to the nearest basketball court. Kobe will show her some new Mamba moves today, and Gigi soon masters them. Kobe, you're heaven's MVP. I love you, my man, till we meet again. Rest in peace, Kobe.
It was an extraordinary day for those of you who did not get the chance to watch it. I'd like to just get a thought from everybody. Perk, what were your thoughts yesterday?
Well, I thought it was beautiful, but that Mamba mentality that runs in the Kobe Bryant household, for Vanessa Bryant to go up there and be that strong, and it was like, wow, she's really, really strong, and it made me be strong just watching her go up there alone and give that speech.
I love the WNBA display for Gigi and just how much the WNBA meant to Kobe and the way that that was profiled in the entire day.
Yeah, the first three speakers were all associated with women's basketball. Yeah. And I think that was a statement and passing along the legacy that Kobe was hopefully trying to build with Gigi. To your point, Vanessa's strength. But I would also say Michael Jordan came as humanized as we've ever seen MJ in a public forum. Mm-hmm. And I think that struck a lot of people yesterday to hear about the personal relationship, not the basketball relationship, but the personal relationship and the connection those two had.
It was an extraordinary day. You don't want to, it sounds patronizing to say it was well done. It was obviously well beyond that. It was one of the most emotional days that I've had as a sports fan in a very long time. Okay, we will take a short break here. We have much more to come on Get Up this morning, including that man, Vontaze Burfict, suspended and now perhaps on his way back. We'll see.